that M80 will bring them.
It all comes for the course champions back in Munich. You saw that excellent video about block is a little bit tight as they push Raptors.
This is quite the battle now as Savage has his hands full, but amidst the smoke firing away, M80 still hitting their shots just as they did against DarkZero. Wildcard will feel it. The Wildcard answers right back. Ashen finally traded out by none other than Kansan. Single tick of that gas canister. The last one now used by Adrian. Will fell his former teammate. Both Adrian and Kansan looking to capitalize off of this. Adrian will take matters into his own hands with the SMG. Takes down Savage. Gavin, the man of the hour. We got two players still alive for Wildcard, just waiting this one out. Gavin uses some smoke for concealment, still one in pockets. And he tries for the kill, but it's a great timed push.
It's become really exposed. There's nobody left inside the site to try to play this anchor position. Everybody from Wildcard up above, and there's a lot of players, all three of them, rotating down the fish stairs, so they're all grouped up.
M80 in action. Ducks fly together, Jesse, and they are all flying right now. Diffuse kit in the hands of Savage, getting planted. Nitro cell goes out. It connects onto Ashen, but doesn't get Savage. That was the intended target. A good lockout from above as M80 paralyzed Wildcard down in the site. Savage looks for safe passage into the bomb site. He's got a smoke to conceal him as out go the flashes. There he goes. Nitro cell tossed. It does a little bit of damage, but just a lick. As right now you see Wildcard doing an okay job. Kansan and Baby Shark with 2 kills, but they missed the defuse kit getting planted. Wildcard now in the post plant scrambling, doing pretty well from a fragging department. It's Diffuser and Gavin as the last two standing from M80. 15 seconds have run off of that defuse kit. Diffuser almost had his sight casing block him as he gets down, going out the window. I believe that's from down below. And Gavin in a really good spot, surveying the damage that his Selmas had done to the wall earlier. He just needs to play time. 3 bodies still up from Wildcard. They're going to dogpile Gavin at some point and get to the defuse kit, but they are running out of time. Spiker on the case. Gavin might not know this as he pops up. Great coverage from Kansan, and Spiker sticks the plant.
Ultimately, just too much body blocking going on, and the kill came way too fast from...
If not longer, but how good M80 is at first bloods, and Baby Shark goes and completely blows up my narrative. So thanks so much, Baby Shark. Really appreciate that. As he's pushed back by the mountain, as the mountain does indeed move. That is a forced error. My goodness, Gunner killing Savage and Baby Shark. No Europeans allowed. 1 minute to go, and it's a 4v2 favoring Wildcard.
It's a brutal spot to be in. 4v1 now as Gunner falls to Kansan, and it's the vert pick to finish things off. And you can see the momentum starting to build for this to start things off on the IT wall, which clears not only the second half of Selma, but also a boogie drone that was caught in the breach.
Adrian will take care of Gunner. First blood going in Wildcard's favor yet again. I fear I have cursed them at this point in time, and there's just no way around this. So that's a shame on my end. Sorry to all M80 fans. The timeout, you hope, converts in your favor. That is not the case. It has not come to pass. Ashen, after an incredible 3-map series against DarkZero, is right now towards the bottom of this team. Sure looked like if he'd stuck it, he would have been in good position. He takes a bit of a beating and will attempt again. And he sticks the landing this time. Wildcard have 4 players upright. Adrian on the vault out. Redstone effectively by Gavin. Spiker goes down 2. M80 reduced to just Diffuser now in the post plant. Kansan and Baby Shark will compete for that final kill while also turning their attention towards the defuse kit. A good read by Kansan. A pre-fire goes out. Deeg in hand, dancing around the ace. Diffuser gets one, but he can't pivot in time. The Frenchman will get the final kill. And with 1 round remaining, they've got a couple assists here, Jesse, but they are not needing to get the kills to win this. Oh my goodness. That is a rough one for Bay. He gets isolated and pulverized as he loses his window, and M80 draws first blood in the final round of the first half.
That's got to be the most miserable round of Siege I've ever seen, but Baby Shark is right around the corner. He gets a huge multi-kill there, ties up with Spiker for 3 kills total at the top of Rafters, and that changes the entire dynamic of this round. Even if Bay's going 0-4, Parker, it doesn't matter when Baby Shark's hitting shots like those.
Cover me. I'm in a clear zone.
They're just going to continue the killing, aren't they? There's a minute 45 still left. There's only 3 players up in the service on him the entire way down, Jesse.
Could go back up for some utility, but doesn't want it. Instead, scrapes right past the door. Very low HP now. They saw him. They'll know his exact position. Plenty of time to play with, and the defuse kit and info, but it doesn't matter if Spiker's just swinging. You need your
turn to abuse the information, which we've seen earlier. They like to pull out the pulse. Was Wildcard scrimming, or were they paying attention to the game? Probably paying attention to the game.
Bay still hunting for that first kill. He'll find lots of value, but not a body in this particular situation. ROU projector also rolls out. Bay goes down to Gavin. He'll have to wait a little bit longer. Baby Shark in the ground. Gavin and Ashen both bleeding out too. The Monty now tussling with Diffuser. Spiker, a great shot as Savage is on the board. Kansan will clean up. Savage is last man standing in a 1v2. Kansan and Spiker competing for this final kill. Kansan finds it. Map point for Wildcard is big.
This will not be seen. This is very fast from Wildcard.
Everybody is still alive. Bay did manage to get 1 kill in the previous round. 10 players up. The round now shortened from 2 minutes down to 45 seconds. M80, it's dawning on you, isn't it? This map is going to go bye-bye. Gavin doing serious amounts of damage, but not able to secure the kill. Baby Shark and Spiker both taken care of. Suddenly M80 has the advantage, and it will continue to go as it's Adrian and Kansan now last two standing. They've spotted the defuse kit. Kansan far enough away. This is the exact same situation that Gavin was in when he was on attack, and now he has to deal with it as a defender. Kansan swinging away. Diffuser on the defuse kit. Kansan shuts it down, but they're out of time! Oh, heartbreak for M80. Savage tries it, but it's Wildcard to take it. Heartbreak for M80.
Gives up all of sight. Spiker takes initiative to go into mining, get the diffuser down, and then it's just 3 players playing vertical pressure, winning that round there. Again, it really looks like this M80 is coming into the exact same issues that we were seeing previously in yesterday.
More likely, even if we haven't played a single round yet.
Yeah, it's a weird. Who was it against? Well, of course, that was versus Wildcard, and the first opportunities throughout these playoffs, they've just been so good. And with these air jabs coming out, this might be another quick play in. Baby Shark dies to the barbed wire. Okay.
Oh, everybody dying left and right. 45 seconds into the round, and we might well be seeing it end. Gunner watched by Spiker and Kansan. 3 kills for Kansan, by the way. That'll be all she wrote, as Spiker will now need to clutch. Gunner's favor. He has the defuse kit. Depending on where these black eye cams are, he might find a window of opportunity here. He'll attempt the plant and listen intently for the sound. I'm stunned that he pulled that off. Gunner getting ever closer. Spiker knows it and wins the duel, leading by example. It took some time to get there. Another window. This cross is not as easy to hit as you'd think. It involves you to vault in, and if Adrian doesn't have proper coverage, it'll be a rough one. They smoke off Savage in this position as he crouches down. Diffuser takes care of Adrian and does double duty to get Bay as well. Ashen rebuffing Baby Shark. Kansan dies. Spiker, who saved the previous round, will deny a flawless victory for M80. It looks like Spiker is going to call a timeout of sorts. Maybe not. He takes the engagement. And he wins it. Advancing onto the smoke. But there's less than 10 seconds to go. Holy smokes. How many cams can one team have here? Spiker will attempt to get the defuse kit down. And he's pressured by Ashen and dies. M80 answers back, and we've got a tie game.
Well, Parker, it was the man from New York.
Players over there. And that anybody who's playing above do not have eyes on Kitchen. He'll smoke it off and take matters into his own hands as Ashen gets flattened over by Piano. The advance continues for Wildcard as Baby Shark is leading the charge. 45 seconds to go, Jesse, and it's just prolonged action as Adrian gets in on the board as well. What an oddly paced map we're seeing. A Nitro Cell from below will collect Kansan. Time continuing to work against this M80 team, but Wildcard are sharpening their spears, and they are aiming for these bodies as Gavin and Gunner are on the run. Bay on the board now too, and Gunner in a 1v4. He had an opportunity to clutch up the 1v1 back in round 1, but was outdueled by Spiker. It's Bay who finds him this time, and Wildcard go back to the lead.
Utility. They're clearing out that electrical on the top floor. They're waiting for all walking walking over towards Piano. So Adrian just hops on the window, says, I'll wait for it, and gets that perfectly played. I love this sends wall as well. It gives him a really tight angle looking at the Piano window and pays off a brilliant shot straight onto Savage as his teammate takes down Gunner. 2v5 now for M80 as they need to bail themselves out of this bad situation.
Wildcard starting to run away with this one. M80, the kings of flawless rounds. Do they know what it's like to happen to them? Now they do. Adrian gets the final kill. Wildcard don't suffer a damn thing. And of course, drones to help as well. Nearing the halfway point of the round, and while it seemed almost certain that Savage would die, he's still fighting fit. A nitro cell from Gunner will blow up Baby Shark, and Wildcard not showing this patience from M80. This is what we expect out of them, right? What do you do here if you're Wildcard?
Staring at a shield. Might pop up at some point. Bay is making some space elsewhere on the map. Hold on, just walks in library for 2. Adrian eventually loses that fight, but hey, Bay's brought them right back into this round. 30 seconds full top floor control, Parker. This is doable, but it will be tough.
Yeah, I mean, Savage also just on a single point of HP. That is something that would be concern for me if I was M80. A single bullet, and now it's a 2v2. You got to wrestle your way with the guns, with the sight. There goes Spiker. Bay will need to clutch up as Savage now looks for the flank. He's been a ghost this entire time with just a single point of HP. Bay has to stick the plant, and now it's up to Gunner and Savage. Time runs out. Gunner pulls out the dig. He wins it. You're seeing through windows, you're seeing through walls, you're seeing from floors downwards. It's very rare, actually, that you tend... Remember what I said about being played from the exterior inwards? And Bay goes to swing inside, a diffuser cuts him down. M80 gets 3 kills. I'll have to pause my thoughts for a second here as they're wiping the floor with Wildcard. A swing in from Spiker as he takes a bunch of damage. They know exactly where he is. Who on M80 will be the one to get this pick? Gavin in the bathroom is closest. You have to imagine he'll be the one, and he does it with the Deeg in hand. That was a fast one. And
Opening kill. And in both these series with these teams, it's never really been about opening
The work to get this win.
Yeah, I mean, I do think this is a map that doesn't kind of favor their blueprint.
as well, doing some damage to Adrian, the Polish player on the Polish operator. Always nice to see. The Ella does get away with her life still intact, as now it's Baby Shark very firmly in the sights of M80. Adrian and Bay firing back. Adrian gambles what little remained of his life against Savage, but Wildcard are dominating, and M80 struggling and cut down from their walls of action that Wildcard were quite eager to knock M80 off and not ultimately come ahead with that victory. Now it's M80 who don't want to be a little bit too quick themselves. What did I say? If Wildcard can win 2 really quick scrappy rounds, it'll turn all this on its head. Gunner with the only kill so far for M80 as Wildcard has wiped out 3 of his teammates. It's him and Savage still alive, and Savage is outside on the roof fishing for kills by the library window. Last one is Gunner with the F2 lined up. It can do extensive damage, but he runs out of bullets, and he runs of this team. Only Gavin is really contending with him down there, and that is just not good enough. Ashen with a 51 EPS. He's at 125 before the start of this, but he's heard our calls. Ashen finds 2 very fast kills. Gavin is on the board as well. M80 able to deal with this Wildcard team, but hold on a second here. Gavin now on a single point of HP. Diffuser and Gunner are gone. There goes Gavin, and Spiker will need to clutch as the pendulum swings back in M80's favor. Spiker on the fadeaway. He will have to stop this diffuse plant in time, or else the job gets even harder as he'll ascend the stairs. M80 has scrambled completely out of the sight, Jesse. Spiker's got his work cut out for him. He knows that. They'll wait on the call. This is one of the hardest bomb sites to deal with in a post plant, and they now know with the unholy racket made by his shotgun that he's down below. Ashen above, Savage outside, and it's the Claymore to get the job done. You don't see them.
Ashen, who took control of that game and exploded into that top floor in the space, forced the defenders back, and then Gunner will be holding F in the site.
Oh, out they go. Baby Shark does get one. No! How does he get them both? Goodness gracious! Shark bait for M80. 3 players now remaining. They wanted to go quickly. Gavin at least gets 1, and that's the remainder of Baby Shark.
Exactly what he needs to, playing the site with Warden. That defuse kit, it's dropped over on the office balcony, so nobody really in position to grab it. Maybe Ashen. It's a brilliant headshot from Diffuser. Numbers now equalize.
Just evading that kill hole from below. Nitro Cell goes out. It misses. It gets Ashen off of the plant, though, and he will have to attempt again. Spiker's gamble, buying lots of time. Great coverage from Ashen as he does it all himself. Adrian and Kansan now to shut this down. Adrian goes, and then Kansan caught. Gavin with the cross.
Less than 60 seconds still to go for M80. They have to be able to convert this to an execute soon.
There goes Savage. Spiker will give Wildcard a numbers advantage. Even with Adrian down, this is still a pretty decent spot for Wildcard to be in because Kansan and Bay have been decently quiet. You always know Baby Shark can come out of nowhere and make his presence be felt. They spotted Diffuser outside on the balcony by the bathroom window. He takes some damage and will have to go back onto Rappel to link up with the rest of his teammates and do his job. As Gunner, who's been a sensational player, is dealt with quite easily by Baby Shark. Gavin's success in the previous round was integral, but he's got 4 targets to find now as Diffuser dies, and a swing in from Gavin. He will get cut down by Kansan. Wild.
Spiker has been grinding since forever, it feels like, since he was 18 years old to make this happen. Here's a run out from Kansan, immediately shut down by Gavin. Kansan, another guy who's been at the top of North, etc.
There's a lot that he can do to help your team. I guess the one credit here is that he is the second least amount of kills on the squad, so you've got the more offensive threats still upright. They'll trade, and all future trades will benefit this M80 team. As down goes Baby Shark, you've lost your smoke as well. Adrian knocked out of the building and out of reality as Spiker takes one down before being traded out himself. Bay over by Piano. Retrieving that nitro cell. There's one on window as well, and it'll be the upside down Rappel to deal with him, but Diffuser has the cross, and away we go. Out comes the Blackbeard in the hands of Savage. Worked very effectively before. Ashen takes down 2. Bay and Adrian die in a hurry. What was that? And you can see it's business as usual for M80. Nothing typed in the chat by Ashen. That's a devastating blow to Wildcard's chances, but Gunner walks in haplessly. Spiker punishes him. A walk away as he knows there's a target
for that spot.
MPX is going to do some serious damage. Kansan wins that one. That's a bit of a puzzling one. Spiker now on the board as well. Lots of damage being done. How does Kansan pull it off? Spiker too. Wildcard had no business winning that one. But
now it's M80. You have to do the impossible. Now this is a bomb site they've been successful on. Fake the nade pull out, but it's not a good enough aim. Gunner finally caught off. It's Baby Shark who hits it. Immediately traded back though. 4v4 still. Ashen falling back with Gavin as they clear through these. Only a good spot to be in for them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the question needs to be asked is how much of this was Baby Shark able to do with his information and his gadget? This is a very quick one from Adrian. He doesn't realize there's another player inside a library dancing around the bullets. M80 outnumbered. Adrian will need to clutch now as Savage and Diffuser do a great job of turning this one around. He's got a player over by Chimney, but Adrian is sweating bullets. The weight of this championship on his shoulders. One more round for M80. If we go the full distance, he needs to go for the reload. Takes care of Diffuser. And would you write a better story? Savage and Adrian, former teammates, they won EWC together last year. They made the SI Grand Finals together earlier this year. And now for the championship, Adrian will need to kill his former teammate. He's got Savage on the ropes inside of Library. It'll be a bare knuckle bout. But hold on. Adrian's changing his mind. Down he'll go to the bomb site. He has the defuse kit, and Savage will get him through the wall. We're going all the way. May come. Out goes a nade to clear any utility, wayward utility that's been placed by that office door as Savage is exposed for a second, taken care of by Baby Shark. They knew he was there. They read him so well. A huge investment, and Wildcard are punishing M80, but hold on. Gunner and Ashen are here. Here come the 2 Americans trudging their way inward. And they know exactly what they need to do. You need to walk that down to this bomb site, but Baby Shark and Adrian are going to play full court press, catching Ashen. Gunner in a 1v3. Wildcard chasing their first championship, and they will get it. The Kings of North America.
Extremely well, and I mean, hats off to them. Yeah, JJ not in their path. Look what they could do.
Look what they are capable of when they don't have to deal with them. I mean, Kansan, the MVP of this one, but up and down the lineup, everyone on the Wildcard from quite some time. I know Spiker has been waiting for this moment for a while. Spiker, congratulations, man. It is a long time coming, and it is so well-deserved. Your first NAL title, Wildcard, have finally done it. Take me through the emotions right now, what you're feeling. I know how badly you wanted this, right? You told us before that EWC wasn't enough. You wanted to go all the way. How are you feeling in this moment?
Let's see the tears.
No, I mean, no, it feels great. Honestly, these last, like, my knee is messed up. So, like, the last, like, 4 days, like, I've been, like, kind of, like, doing my, like, in my own zone. Like, so, like, it feels great. It feels fantastic. I got to figure out what's going on with my knee. That's, like, kind of my main focus. I just want to be ready for EWC. But, you know, it feels great. You saw the rest of the boys standing up and celebrating. I stood up at my own pace, you know, five times after the game.
Yeah, very subdued
you know?
reaction from you there.
Yeah, you know, I gotta play with my leg like fully stretched out. I can't lean in. I'm gripping my mouse normally like the rest of you guys, so like it's tough. It's been tough for me.
You're getting old, buddy. You're getting old. Well,
dude,
listen.
I am, bro. That's what Super said. I said to Super, my knee hurts. He said, bro, let's just call it getting old, man.
I kind of put out a tweet saying to tell Gunnar to take out your knees or go for the knees, something like that. Well, Spiker, congratulations. Oh.
Yeah, here I am.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, anyways, I was going to say,
wait, hold on.
I don't really have much of a question for you. I do want to just say congratulations. Obviously, I teamed with you. Seeing your just influence in the league, your influence on the team, and what you continue to replicate time and time again to finally get an NAL title underneath your belt, I'm super excited to see what we get from you more in the future, and especially going into EWC. So all big congratulations to you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, Lax, good cop. I'll play the bad cop here for a second.
No.
Congratulations, Spiker, JJ, not in your way. You guys were able to get the title.
Thank
Now,
God.
I want to know what, in your guys' mind at least, what changed for you guys? Because we pulled up a graphic. We looked through the stage of Wildcard. You guys were consistently that 7th place, 6th place, 5th place team. What changed in the last, I don't know, 3-4 months for this Wildcard team to now you guys are competing domestically?
His knee.
Yeah, you know, my knee, yeah. No, I mean, I got no clue, honestly. Like, I think it's really just been, like, everybody's just putting in, like, so much effort, like, day in, day out. Everybody's trying so hard. Like, we knew that, like, we would get to this moment. We just need to figure out how to kind of translate our international success domestically, which is weird because normally it's domestic success and internationally. Exactly. So, you know, we knew we'd get here eventually. We knew the talent that we had. We knew the players that we had. The group that we have is fantastic. So, you know, it was just about staying on the grind, trusting the process, and, you know, now we're here.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. And love me some Hot and Cold. I thought he performed fantastic for you guys at SLC, but the way Adrian's playing right now, I wonder if there's any question marks in your guys' head what you guys could have done at that event with Adrian, because he's playing out of his mind.
It definitely sucked. The practice leading to Salt Lake City was really good too. So, you know, it definitely sucked, especially losing to DZ in a pretty close game, and then they end up winning the event. Definitely sucked. But, you know, whatever. There's nothing we could have done about it. So, you know, we were just taking it, you know, how we could, learning as much from Matt as we could. You know, he's a great, like, veteran person, just a great dude, honestly. So just learning everything in game and out of game that we could from him, you know, taking that experience in was kind of, you know, our kind of goal with that. And helped a lot.
The Chalet pick here, I'll kind of ask a question that they would normally ask, but like we heard you guys going into that map with a pretty bad recent history on it. We heard like the Lagoteness, right? We heard Lagoteness say, let's win this map. Like we are winning Chalet. What was it about Chalet today that you guys were particularly prepared for?
We just kind of, you know, took our game last week and, you know, changed some stuff up. Just kind of, you know, improving on the map was kind of our main thing. You know, every game that you, especially the games you lose, you learn a ton from, right? So I think we learned a ton from that DC game last week, both on attack and defense. And we just tried to, you know, implement those things this week in practice, and it worked out well on game day.
Sweet, Spiker, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again, man. It is awesome to see you at the top, officially the best team in the NAL. Congrats, man.
Thank you, appreciate it.
What a way to finish the stage. Wildcard, go all the way through upper bracket run.
I called it.
They did not have to.
We called it.